back to our channel, Random Creations.
My name is Amy.
My name is Levita.
And this is going to be a new video, a baking video that we haven't really done before. We do a lot of baking, but we haven't actually videotaped it. So
yeah,
this is kind of interesting. And not only that, but we're following a kind of complicated recipe from a very popular YouTuber. Her name is HidaMari's Cooking. She has about, or she has about almost 3 million subscribers, and they made a recipe called No Bake Mango Cheesecake that we are going to try to duplicate. So it kind of looks just like this, if you can see that.
Yeah, but our mango cheesecake, it was a little bit different, so
Yeah.
it was just a little bit different.
A tiny bit different. We made a few modifications, but it came out a lot better than we thought it would. But it's also really interesting because a lot of times these like YouTubers and stuff are, you know, it looks really nice. It's the YouTuber kind of made it like ASMR style, and it turned out really nice. But it's interesting to do it ourselves and kind of see what it actually turns out like, and like can a real normal human, you know, replicate it. And yeah, we found some interesting things on the way. Yeah.
Since we didn't really explain it much, it was just like all over the place. We're gonna tell you the recipe and what to do. This is only for like some things that are like this, because this is small. But we tripled it or doubled it to make it this big.
Yeah. So that was an interesting thing, is that when we started off making the crust, so that's why the video kind of seems all over the place, but we started making the crust and we placed it into this tin because we wanted to make a cake for the whole family, and it was only enough for this tiny one, which is enough for one person. And if you see in the picture,
it's like way bigger.
It looks like it's bigger, but I think they just zoomed in.
Yeah, it's almost the size of like a fork.
So we had to, originally we were gonna be like, oh, we're gonna double it, and then we ended up having to triple it so it fit into here.
Because if we doubled it, it will look like this. We haven't put it together, but it would look smaller. Just put it together.
And then another thing is that the whole recipe was done in grams, which means like you can't really use a measuring cup because, you know, a measuring cup is different. Grams is a weight, and so you can't really like convert it. So we had to buy a scale. And so maybe whoever wants to make this recipe, if they want to make it, maybe if they want to do this recipe and they don't have, you know, a scale, this is a, you know, we're going to be offering all the like cups and measurements, because we're going to weigh the things in grams and then measure it into like cups so you guys can see and do it yourselves, if that makes any sense at all.
We're probably not going to do it.
Yeah. Probably not.
So this was the size of the whole thing. Like
we did this one.
We double it, but that was for the triple. So.
Yeah, so we were gonna double it and put it in here,
but then we realized
that we needed this one.
Yeah.
And this one was sufficient because it was for somebody's birthday, so it was enough for the whole birthday party, which was about 10 people. Yeah, and everybody had a slice. I don't know.
Some people did.
Yeah. It was enough for everybody. So
yeah.
And it tasted
good.
Amazing. A lot better than I thought it would taste.
I thought it was just gonna taste mango-y, not lemony.
Yeah, we didn't know it was gonna be like a lemon and mango. It's not as mango-y as we wanted.
But still delicious.
Yep. And then what else is there to add? Oh, hunching. What else? Well, the recipe is going to be in the
description
box below.
Eric, you rolled the size.
Yeah, we're going to put the whole recipe in the description box, so if it does seem confusing, it'll be laid out there. So we're gonna just go ahead and start with the video. The first part is with, you know, making the crust. And I forgot to mention in that part is that, you know, you can, in the recipe they didn't add butter, but we chose to. You don't have to add butter if you don't want to. They just added milk. And if you did want it, you know, you can add more milk or butter, however you want, or more graham cracker if you need more of the crust. If that makes sense. So, yep. We'll go ahead and get started. 90 grams.
92.
Yep. So that's...
So this is how much we need.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sticks of graham cracker. Yep, and so we're going to go ahead and roll it until it's just crumbs.
Crumbs. You put it in butter and milk.
1 tablespoon of butter, and then we put in 25 mils of milk, which is equivalent to like a half of a 1/4 cup.
Smash it now?
No, so what we're gonna do now is just squish it. So you're just gonna like, yeah. We're gonna just squish it.
Okay. Oh, that looks like poop.
I know. I'm just gonna, like that. So we're just gonna put. So we obviously didn't make enough, if you can see. We're gonna make a little bit more. Okay, welcome back, guys. Actually, we didn't make enough of the crust, so we're gonna use a lot more. We used
the whole rest of the box.
Yeah, which is almost like double the recipe-ish.
Oh god.
And then
Take it down.
we're gonna add more milk. So I'm just gonna add 1/4 cup, which is in addition to the half of the 1/4 cup. I know it's confusing all the things I'm saying, but I'll put down the recipe below so it makes more sense.
In the description below. Yeah. And if the pieces are still like a little bit big, like these clumps, smush them like this.
So once it's all incorporated, we're gonna add the milk, and then I'm gonna add another spoonful of butter. You're gonna kind of like massage it into the graham cracker. Just gonna massage it into the graham cracker like that. We just want to make sure that there's no like clumps of butter sitting around.
You want to see our annoying cat? This is our annoying cat. Our annoying cat.
So we have that. We're gonna go ahead and grab our cheesecake pan, and we're gonna pour.
Make sure you wash your hands after you touch your cat. Okay.
Yeah, make sure to wash your hands after you touch your cat. So that's what she's doing right now. So I'm just gonna pour this in, and then I'm just gonna use the bag to like press this down. You just want to press kind of like that until it's flat, and then so this is gonna be your crust. This is after like pressing it down for a while. Didn't use anything special. It looks like this. Voila!
It's delicious and it smells like cheesecake cookies.
Yep. And so now we're just gonna stick it in the fridge now.
Let it cool down.
So now we're gonna make the mango cheesecake. It says 200 grams of cream cheese and 30 grams of sugar, and we're gonna triple the recipe now.
Because our thing.
Our thing is humongous.
So instead of that, we're gonna need 600 grams of cream cheese.
Yeah.
And now 90 grams of sugar.
So I'm gonna weigh out 90 grams of sugar. It comes out to 1/3 cup.
So me and Oscar had the same glass.
And then next we need the cream cheese, which we need
600 grams of.
600 grams of. So I'm just using the Philadelphia. So it looks like each one of these is about 200. It came out to 185. But I think if I squeeze out a little bit more, it'll come out to 200. And so if each one is 200, then I'm just going to put in all the bricks. I don't really have to weigh it. Yeah, and so the package, if you read it, it does say 226 grams, but when I weigh it, it comes out to about 200, and I think that's because, you know, it's hard to squeeze every little drop out. So once you do squeeze it out, it does come out to 200 grams. So, or use 3 cups of cream cheese. Or a bowl.
This is gonna be hard mixing.
So now we're just gonna mix everything together. It's kind of, the cream cheese is kind of cold, so it's kind of hard to mix. 1 second.
Okay.
So since ours were in the fridge, we're just gonna microwave it for like 10-15 seconds. You don't want to melt it, you just want to heat it up. So we just came back from the microwave. I microwaved it for a good 20 seconds, just to like soften it up.
Okay, see how it's all melted? Like that's how it's supposed to be now, because now it's not that sticky. It doesn't move your plate as much, and you can mix it easier, just in case you're weak and you don't go out to the gym and you don't work out while you're quarantined.
So the next part of the video, we're gonna grab the gelatin and milk. And you want to boil some water, a little bit of water. So we're going to go ahead and do that. First, so next we need the milk and the gelatin. And the milk, we needed 90 milliliters of it. And it came out to about 1/3 cup milk. And then now we're going to weigh out the gelatin, which is 15 grams. And yeah. So one packet's 8. So we're just going to use two of these packets. And we're just using the gelatin.
It's just gonna be one more.
Knox original gelatin that you can find at most grocery stores, and
including Walmart.
Yeah. Okay. And
oh, it's 15.
Oh wow.
Perfectly.
Yeah. So next we pour the milk into the gelatin, and we mix it.
Oh, that looks like flour.
So you're just gonna pour a little bit of hot water. So we're using a kettle into another bowl. And this is just to help melt everything together. So now we're gonna put a little bit more. There's no exact amount. You just want it to, like, you know. So you're gonna put this in. We're gonna put this in here, and so then we're gonna mix it. So it kind of helps like heat it up a little bit.
That didn't help.
And melt.
Or that didn't work
together.
at all. This doesn't look like it's melting yet. It just looks like it's just like. I don't know.
Alright, let me see. I'm gonna put some more hot water. Yeah, so this is the video that we're following is like super popular video that has about 5 million views. And so it's kind of interesting to try it out and see how it actually turns out. Yeah, because when real normal people try making it, it's not always like the easiest. So if you can see here, you just want to mix it until it's smooth. The goal is so it's not like super grainy. Okay, now put it in.
Oh, that's perfect.
So yeah, so what you want it to do is end up being kind of watery rather than a paste. Okay, so after you've done that,
get off the table!
you want to mix it until everything is out. So it should be kind of like, it should look kind of like heavy cream almost, like the texture. You want to make sure there's no clumps. I mean, you can't always be perfect, but you can try to be, I guess. Okay, so next what we're going to do is combine that with our cream cheese mixture. So I'm going to add this to the cream cheese mixture. And so this is what it looks like saucy. We're going to add, yep, little by little, we're going to add in that.
So we just added in like half of it?
Okay, or like about 1/3 actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to mix it up.
half. You see how it's like, whatever, how it's like that, like mushy? Like a slushy mushy? 1/3.
Okay,
We added another third. And we're gonna mix it in more. Now it's gonna look more watery, like our slime sometimes. The last third, which makes it a whole.
So next we're gonna add in the lemon zest. On the recipe it doesn't say how much to add, so we're just gonna like add how much we want. I'm probably gonna do most of the lemon.
Wait, lemon
Zest. So this is lemon zest, yeah.
Oh, so that's what it is?
Yeah. We also are adding lemon juice too. So I zested this whole lemon, just because I want to.
Because I think it's a decent amount.
Okay, I think that's good. And we're just gonna cut the lemon in half.
And then squeeze it. And make sure you probably wear goggles or probably some glasses so it doesn't get in your eye.
So we're gonna take out, make sure to get rid of the seeds because you don't really want your seeds in there. The recipe says we use 1/3 of a lemon, but we tripled it, so we're gonna use a whole lemon. And then once the lemons are in and all the zest is in, you can go ahead and mix it. And then before we zested it, we also washed the lemon with some soap and water just because I don't know where it's been.
It's been in the store.
Yeah, so.
And that was the only one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm technically murdering this lemon.
So.
Oh no, we're drinking its blood.
Go ahead and mix it together. It's going to be a very lemony cheesecake. You can also flavor test it.
Yeah, if you want. You see this spoon? I'm going to use this spoon. Small spoon.
To taste test.
Yes.
So you can taste test to see if you want more lemon or, you know, like what.
Whatever. You know, whatever. Taste test number 1. How's it go? More lemon? Or no?
Well, we don't have more lemon, that was it. Sadly. Once this is all mixed up, we're going to put it to the side and then grab a new bowl. With our new bowl, we're going to mix together 600 mils of cream.
Fresh cream.
Yep, and we're using whipping cream, and then we're going to add in
60 grams of sugar.
Yep.
Pour in the sugar and make sure you have 60 grams of sugar.
And we're also going to do 600 mils of fresh cream. And so if you can see here, I measured out 200 mils because mine is that small. Yeah, 3 times. And if you look over here, that's about equal to 1 cup. It's a little less than 1 cup. So pretty much you want 3 total cups of whipping cream. So first we're going to pour the sugar into the bowl. Okay, and then next the cream.
And then make sure to mix the sugar and the whipping cream up real good.
So we're going to mix it to just incorporate everything. But this is like a whipped cream that we're trying to make, so we're going to take out our handy dandy hand mixer because...
Which is very old.
Yeah, we're not super strong. I mean, you can use a hand whisk, but you have to have a lot of hand power. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like after about
Creamy.
4 or 5 minutes. It looks like this. We're going to mix it a little longer. This is what it kind of looks like. You kind of want it to have like stiff peaks. You should be able to like turn it upside down and it doesn't like spill or anything.
Or fall.
Yeah. Okay, next we're gonna mix the 2 batters together. So this is the lemon cheesecake batter. This is the whipping cream, and so we're just gonna mix it together. And it looks like you're supposed to fold it in. I'm just gonna add like 1/3 and mix it 1/3, like I've been doing. So now it's nice and fluffy. It's all incorporated. So now we're gonna separate the batter. It says to weigh 450 grams of the batter. in a separate bowl, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. After measuring it out, we're getting 450 grams of the batter into a separate bowl, which is equal to 2 cups of the batter. Okay, so with the extra one that we just weighed at 2 cups or 450 grams, I'm going to stick in the fridge. Okay, so I just made the mango puree. You can either buy it or you can make it. And so what we did, we just took 1 mango and we put it in our Vitamix, or you can use any blender, and just mix it up until it's kind of like a sauce texture. Most blenders should work because it's just like mango's pretty soft, so it's not a hard thing to mix. We blended just 1 mango and got the amount that we needed, which is 180 grams. It looks like it's about equal to 2/3 cup or 3/4 cup. It's just around that, so if you can see here. I would say closer to 3/4 cup of mango puree. Next we're going to mix the mango puree with the batter.
Me and Amy are making something.
He's making it with
I know, but like, what are you making?
none of your business. Secret. Get out of the way.
You can go to your room. It's a secret.
Let's eat the cats.
Make sure you mix it well. Make sure it looks like yellow batter, like pastel yellow.
Ours has a lot of clumps because our puree, like we just mixed it and it wasn't like perfect, but that's okay.
Because we blended it.
Yeah, if you buy it from the store, it's more smoother, or if you have a stronger mixer.
One with many blades on
I'm
it.
just gonna try some, make sure there's enough mango in this. I don't think it tastes like mango enough, so I'm gonna make some more. I need a little bit more puree.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pour it in.
Now it's gonna be a beautiful yellow.
Yep. So I just want it to be a little more flavorful. You don't have to.
I know, right?
Okay. So next we're gonna grab our thing out of the fridge, our crust. And we're just gonna pour all our batter into our tin. So I'm just gonna pour it all in.
So now we're gonna use this, but first we need to open it.
So all you want to do now is just flatten the cheesecake. Make sure that it all comes together.
Yes.
Now you're gonna put it in the fridge for 20 minutes. So we just took the cheesecake out of the fridge. It's been 20 minutes, and while we were waiting, we cleaned the kitchen a little bit, and then we ate some food.
I just drank water, that's all I did.
And we drank water, yeah, because we were so thirsty. I'm just gonna re-flatten it, just make sure everything's flat. I think it already is, but I just want to double check. I'm gonna actually use this.
Flatten it out, make sure it's...
Yep. So the other half of the cheesecake that we have refrigerated, now we're gonna take that out and put that onto our...
On your way, lifeline.
I don't know if we were supposed to refrigerate this. So this is the other half of the cheesecake. It was too solid, so we put it in the microwave because it would like mess it up if we mixed it. And it's kind of chunky, so we're gonna use our hand mixer to blend it a little bit.
Hope it works.
That looks pretty good. What do you think?
Wow. Perfect.
Okay. Maybe just for like 1 more minute.
First, we need to pour it all over.
That looks good. Shake it a little bit.
Make sure it's...
I think... Okay, so next we're gonna make the jello.
And first we have to put this in the freezer.
We put it in the freezer for 20 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna add in 90 mils of water and 6 grams of gelatin. Okay. So I'm gonna measure this out. I think the whole packet. So one whole packet is about 6 grams.
Yep.
Okay. So it comes out to like almost 1 tablespoon of gelatin. And then for the cups of water, it's about a half cup of water.
Now we mix and see how it's supposed to be from
Some hot water into this bowl.
not that much.
Yeah, so it's about that, and then we're gonna put in the gelatin mixture.
Oh, it's
And then
perfect.
we're gonna mix it up. And you're gonna mix it until it's clear for about 5 teaspoons of sugar that you want to use.
It's not even disappearing at all.
No?
No.
Alright, just keep on mixing because last time it took a while too. Remember?
I am done mixing it and it should look clear.
So now that we've made the gelatin super clear, we had to make sure you cool it to room temperature, and now we're gonna weigh out 120 grams of mango puree. So we're gonna mix the gelatin and this together.
It looks like we just mushed egg.
This is our cheesecake that we had in the freezer.
Or like something.
Yeah, we want to make sure that everything is flat. So I'm just gonna go through again and just it doesn't need to be perfect. It you know, if it's not super flat, nothing's gonna happen. But
Yeah.
so now we're gonna pour the gelatin mixture on top of everything. Yeah, so you see that, and then since it may not go on all surfaces, you need to make sure that it spreads everywhere so you can tilt it. Yep. And then after you do this, you just want to stick it in the fridge until you're ready to eat. I think you stick it in the fridge at least for 3 hours, and then we're gonna prepare our toppings for it. I'm gonna try opening it and see what happens. Well, it's all up. Wait, is it video?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm gonna put the red napkin because of
Alright. Eric, come here for a second. Oh god.
Wow.
Oh god. Está bonito. Oh yeah, it turned out well.
Now how are we gonna take some of the metal plate?
Huh?
You heat it all. That's how you take it off.
So it did crack a little bit there, but that was
Yeah,
it.
that's because when it was splitting, right?
Yeah.
So it's cold.
So wait.
But we put it in like hot water.
Warm bath.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it looked like. I'm
Wow.
gonna pull the camera.
You made the crust?
Yeah.
You're extra.
No, it was just crumbled up graham cracker and milk.
And
There was nothing. We didn't have to bake it.
Una, dos, tres.
It's gonna. You're melting the candle.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Hi YouTube. Welcome to our cooking channel.
Your
Baking
random making
Yeah.
channel.
This is a baking episode.
Yes, today.
We
It's been a
are
while since we posted. Okay. I was gonna overfill it because
Is it?
I don't feel.
Well,
Cooking is a mess, anyways, and now it's spreading. Spreading to where the electronics are.
okay. So
Make sure not to put too much in it. Oh,
we'll see.
Oreo fat baby.
so yeah, that's how we treat our cats, by the way.
Yeah.
You're wondering?
Aww, Kyle, you're so cute. Okay, I got a little lemon juice out of that one. Now the big juicy one.
Oh, you know you smelled my armpits. Just lifted up my arms and cut away from I was like, oh. Why would you do that?
I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
Fucking rancid. It's rotten.
No, you don't spray it as you come out because that's what's gonna happen. Just
Oh,